Well, hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Well, I got the oil pump here that I am going to show you how to do the inspection. It's because of, I have shown you how to build a stroker and or more like a G23, and I failed to show you the most important things to check, which is the oil pump. This is more like the heart of the system. Yeah, without this thing, or taking the time to just remove the screws and recheck the oil pump, the gearing and all that, all of those hard work that I did on that motor, it will be a waste. I have worked on this motor for quite a long time, and I built a lot, and so far I have not run across an OEM oil pump that failed. This one in particular, it's for H22, and I have two sets here for F23, which is basically, it's just about the same. This is the one that I have, the one that I deleted the balance shaft. And since I have a H22 oil pump here and I have the service manual for it, I am just simply going to follow the guidelines of the Honda for Prelude. So first thing we're gonna check, inner to rotor radial clearance. Okay, inner rotor to outer rotor clearance right there. And it shows from 1 to 6 standard. Okay, 2000. Alright, right there. So 2000 there. Yeah, 2000 barely goes in there. Yeah, but it's good as long as we're not getting like 6000s on there. And next is the axle rotor to housing clearance from 1000 to 3. Just make sure that everything is clean. Put my straight bar here. I'm gonna start with 2000. Okay, doesn't go in there. All right there. Okay, 2000 goes in. 3000, that's my maximum. All right, goes in. Hardly. It goes in, but it stopped. So 4000 should not even go in. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, so we're good. And next will be the radial clearance. So from the rotor to the body. And that would be right there. From 4000 to 7000. I got 4000 here. 4000 go in. I'm gonna shoot the 7000. If 7000 doesn't go in, meaning I'm good. Okay, very tight. Yeah, 7000. All right, service limit 8000. Let's try 8. That's 8000 right there. Very tight. Yeah. This is kind of a little bit worn out. Just past the service limit. 9000. All right, 9000 won't go in. So I'm still good on this one. Next is the inspection of all the flanges. and make sure there's no sharp edges. As you can see, it has these scratches. Yeah, as long as when you rub your fingernails that it doesn't get caught or anything like that. And try to put it back from how you got it off. Okay. If you do have some like sharp edges right about in this area, what you could do, this is a 200 grit sandpaper, by the way. I just put it on any flat surface and just simply just rub it on there like that. Not too much, just to remove the sharp edges. Same thing on this side. You just kind of rub it on there. Now you don't want to do it too much. And you could also check for sharp edges on this side, on the flange. Now for the cover, you can do the same thing. Just rub your finger against it or something, and if you feel something, just give it a rub. Just make sure you clean it good when you put it back together. And I don't see any abnormal on this one. So once you are satisfied with your specification results, assembly or reassembly will be next. Just make sure everything is clean, and if you have oil, just put a little bit on there and to the face of the rotor also. So basically you want everything to be well lubricated. And this is next. Just simply drop it on there. And the cover, same thing. You know, if you are putting a motor together, old timers or OG, they pack this with Vaseline, so that way when you first or priming the motor, it's a lot easier to pick up the oil to send to the engine block. But since this is going on a storage, I don't need to put that, but I make sure that it's well lubricated. And you just simply put on all your screws. So don't be afraid of opening this oil pump, and it is a good idea also, especially if you have a motor or you get a motor from a junkyard. You know, at the junkyard it's like 200 something miles, minimum is 200 something miles. And if you got an engine, or if you have a short block that you bought from someone else that you didn't know the history about, yeah, all it takes really is just removing of these screws and rechecking the clearances. And it requires 5.1 foot-pounds, which is equivalent of 60 inch-pounds. Got the torque wrench set at 60. Got that torque down. And you just give it a check. Make sure that it's spin. Now for the pressure relief valve, which is right about this area right here. If you want to increase your oil pressure or something like that, and you have to remove this cover, and some guys have been adding some washers on it or something like that, but I don't really mess around with those. I don't really need to get my oil pressure up that high. If you have to, then this will be the location for it right there. All right, so we know my H22 oil pump is good to go, and that is how you inspect your oil pump for H22. If you're building a G23, so check your F23 oil pump, F20B also, H23A, just about all the Honda engines, and basically that's how you do it. And of course, I could not stress enough, always have some service manual with you. So don't be afraid of simple oil pump like this. What could cause your oil pump to fail? My honest opinion, vibration. Yeah. One of those lightened crank pulley will do it also. Some may get lucky not having some problem, and also once it suck up some debris, foreign object damage, that will do it. But I think mostly it's just the vibration, something that we don't know. Man, how would you like someone keep tapping on your head for so long, and eventually you'll get crazy? Something similar like that. Okay? Thank you guys for watching. Bye bye.